So, more riveting stories are just inbound in Doctor Who. I haven't heard really anyone talk about Doctor Who lately, and quite frankly, I don't care anymore. I don't care. The only reason I'm talking about it is because I know some people do. Some people still, for whatever reason, watch the show. Who they know it's bad, but it's like they're so loyal to the show, it's like they can't stop watching. It's like, it's like an alcoholic knowing that their liver is just breaking down and not going to work, and yet they keep drinking. So it's like watching Doctor Who. It's like, it's bad. The episodes are not good anymore, and yet you keep watching it. But the BBC hires transgender activists because this is what we've been saying for a while. They're not hiring people qualified for the job. They're hiring activists. This is just more freaking proof. Activist author of "This Book is Gay" for Doctor Who season 2 writers room. Again, I don't really care anymore. I don't really care. Doctor Who, Star Trek, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, things, gaming, names like Tomb Raider, stuff like that. People just don't care anymore. Just don't care anymore. These people clearly don't care about writing good stories. They're there to just push an agenda. Because a transgender activist writing Doctor Who, clearly no agendas at all are going to be pushed. At all. I mean, it's going to be 100% pure, just awesome writing, right? So I was kind of curious about this person. So he have this very diverse group of people that he's not even. There's one white dude, but I bet he's probably bi or gay or something. So very diverse. So we're gonna have lots of trans stories. We're gonna have a lot of preaching of, oh, black people are oppressed, and whatever this guy's gonna put. This Juno Dawson. I knew I wanted to be the woman when it came to sex. It was a conscious urge to get fucked, be penetrated as a woman would be. The final frontier of king for gay men is women. What's a woman? There are a lot of gay men out there who are gay men as a consolation prize because they couldn't be women. That was certainly true of me. Um, Price of Reason. In an effort to save Doctor Who, the BBC has hired transgender author Juno Dawson, best known for writing This Book is Gay. This is good news, as the show really wasn't gay enough. Oh, for fuck's sake. Um, Want to know a secret? Straight people have anal sex all the time, too. Another one? Straight men like stuff up their bums just as much as gay ones. So, straight men in the audience, would you like to jump in here? Would you like to chime in with haven't you people ever heard of closing the goddamn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of poise and rationality. No, it straight men. So I know that my uh viewers primarily consist of straight white men. So straight white men, jump in the comments. If you're a straight white man and you're not sub to me, what the hell's your problem? Sub to me right now because I'm freaking awesome. No, if you're just a passerby and you hear this, leave down in the comments. Do you like stuff in your bum? Um, Straight men like stuff up in their bums just as much as gay ones. Why? As mentioned before, the prostate gland located just above your bum feels amazing when massaged. A finger or two, just a finger or two, not the whole fist. Some people like it, some people don't. Some people are like, fist me harder. Uh, I don't know what I'm doing. And I wonder why I'm getting freaking gray hairs. Gray hairs at 36? What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Getting gray hairs at 36. Um, Lots of men, gay or straight, like how this feels. Anal sex isn't a gay thing. Still, unlike vaginal sex, a little more thought has to go into anal sex. Here's why. Free care. As pleasant as bumming can be, we must hold in mind that the primary function of the back passage is to do poos. The main thing is to do the poops. You do the poops. A poo is not sexy. Therefore, those of you planning to have anal sex will need to dedicate a portion of time to ensuring poo does not creep into sexy fun time. And I really need to change my name now then. When I started, John Gaming Fun Time, it was like a default. You know, I wasn't you normally when it comes to like to titles and stuff, I can think of things that are pretty clever. But I couldn't think of a clever name. I'm like, oh, let me just put John Gaming Fun Time until I think of something clever. It's been, let's see, 2015, I think, is when I posted my first video. And I'm kind of changed it and started posting my first video. 10 years. 10 years and I haven't thought of anything. You know, I'm not really gaming anymore. I mean, I started out and I was doing like Mario and like typical like N64 stuff. I was playing PlayStation stuff, World of Warcraft. You know, it was more gaming. But now I just kind of do like gaming news, pop culture stuff. But seeing this fun time mixed in with that, and John Gaming, I've wanted to change my name for a while. I just can't think of a clever name because I don't want to be like John News or John Plays. There's like 50 million John Plays. I want something clever. Anyway, next page. You got something right up there. Rimming, licking the bottom. Maybe a little bit of a rusty trombone there. Just what am I doing in my life? Scat. Eating poop. Scissor sisters. Strap on. Strap on. Strap off. Strap on. Strap off. Lesson numero uno. Sometimes men fancy men. Sometimes women fancy women. What's a woman? Sometimes women fancy men and women. Sometimes men fancy men that are women. Sometimes you fancy a good cuppa. I mean, I'm not gonna... Got that? It really is that simple. I could end the lesson there, but I don't think a few pages would make a very good book. So I suppose I should go into a bit more depth. Welcome to the members club. There's a long-running joke that on coming out, a young lesbian, gay guy, bisexual, trans person should receive a membership card, an instruction manual. Let's see if there's anything else. Uh-huh, not surprised. Let's see. Let's see if maybe we can see this a little more. Jesus. Cheese and rice. So we got different, you got Muscle Mart, Butch Dyke, Scally's, Femme Lipstick, Lesbian. I'm not even going to bother showing that because even with illustrations, I don't trust YouTube. Wait, is it for... So it doesn't seem like people are too happy for the most part. Oh God. Hang on. I'm sorry. Flashbang. Flashbang. There we go. All better. All better. The Disney Plus Doctor Who era has been riddled with identity politics. And while most brands are now backing down, yeah, they're not going to. Hire transgender activist Juno Dawson to write for the show. As if this dude wasn't freaking gay enough. The politics got worse during his first season, with the casting of drag queen Jinx Monsoon as Maestro, which the one who waits is near. He's coming for you, and people are gonna die, and whatever. The constant references to homosexuality in the show across also, speaking of homosexuality, did you know that Bill Potts was gay? I know. You guys are like, what? Bill Potts. The Bill Potts. Companion of the Doctor. Bill Potts was gay? Holy crap, I didn't know. I know. They were just so good at covering that up. So for people who don't understand the joke, it's not a joke. Or rather, it is a joke, but it's about the fact that they clearly didn't hide it. It's like every episode, Bill had to let some evil white man who's trying to hit on her know that, oh yeah, I'm gay. I'm into girls. It's like, oh boy, Bill Potts telling a man that she's gay, almost about as funny in original as Amy Schumer making a fucking my vagina joke. Abandoned his companion to make out with another man. You know, because that's how the Doctor has always been. Sorry, about to go make out here. You'll be alright, right? Because the Doctor will just easily abandon his companions to make out with people. Because that's who the Doctor is. Russell T Davies stated that agenda is far more important to him than the show on several occasions. Originally asked about it by Collider and saying, it just feels natural. This is the world. It's 2024, and we're all embracing it. He's made no secret of that, saying that. At San Diego Comic-Con, when asked about whether he listened to fans' criticism of the show's new direction, Russell T Davies bumbled a non-answer before shifting the conversation to be honest, in terms of online activity, I'm much more interested in what's happening. I think Doctor Who's fine. I think there are things happening in the culture war, particularly with trans rights, which are a million times more important than what's happening with Doctor Who. I know that's not what Russell sounds like. Meanwhile, thousands of miles away. Meanwhile, ratings on the 60th anniversary special were already at the lowest. Yeah, like I don't know how they messed this up. They had David Tennant, amazing. I may not like him as a person, you know, because but he amazing as a Doctor, great actor. They had Catherine Tate, Catherine fucking Tate, you know, Donna Noble. They had freaking Neil Patrick Harris. This is, you throw that into a boiling pot, and you would think that's whatever comes out of it is going to be amazing. Nope. Nope. How do they mess up that badly? With a new Doctor and Cutie Gatwa, the Christmas special that followed these, the Church on Ruby Road, saw a small uptick to we're pushing big PP numbers, 4.7 million for its ratings. But the audience quickly tuned out as each of the new season one episodes, as they branded this new Disney Plus iteration, received many of the. I mean, I'm sorry, but how do you get lower than freaking first female Doctor? God, I can't even remember her name at this point. Um, wow, my mind is blanking. Jodie Whittaker. Wow, that's how boring she was. She had like two personalities, flipping between David Tennant and Matt Smith. She didn't have a personality of her own. She pulled out the Sonic for everything because she wasn't smart enough to figure anything out on her own. And she always did this face. What? 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 And she always said, ooh, frowny face. Ooh, little woman who's like 5'4", intimidating. You're gonna show that nasty patriarchy who's boss. Um, but I didn't think anything could get lower than Jodie Whittaker's run. Boy, these new episodes proved me wrong. I, you know, I don't like to admit when I'm wrong, but I've been proven wrong. Um, 2.5 million. Uh, season 2 looms on the horizon for Doctor Who, with many at Disney and the BBC bracing for more failures, and yet they're not doing anything about it. As the show is about to make a return in a few months, having already been filmed and written months ago, the BBC is revealing they hired more identity politic driven activists to write for the Doctor Who universe. Because, as we said, these companies aren't hiring people who want to make good stories anymore, they're hiring activists. And that is why they are losing money. That is why people are tuning out of the shows. That is why people aren't watching the movies anymore. That is why people are not buying the games, because they see this crap and they know what it's going to consist of. And for also for Jodie Whittaker, I think it's hilarious that you want to know the one saving grace for Jodie Whittaker's run? Graham, the white man, the old white man. You have the female doctor, you have Yasmin or Yaz, Indian chick. You have what's his name, the black dude, and then you have Graham. And out of all of them, Graham was the saving grace. He had more personality than everyone combined. Not to mention he's already a talented actor, talented comedian, stuff like that. So he really stole the spotlight when he needed to be serious. That moment where he's trying to talk to the doctor about him worried about his cancer coming back, you could feel the emotion. Like, this dude in real life doesn't have cancer, but the way he's portraying it, it was so good. But then the doctor does the most undoctor thing, and this is the part where I flip those switches and try to think of something to say, and just really awkward. And then all the doctors have been awkward. Look at Matt Smith. I mean, his doctor was awkward. Peter Capaldi's doctor was awkward, but they're not going to sit there and look at their friend who's worried about cancer coming back and then not giving an answer or something. They're going to comfort them. I mean, I immediately think of that whole simulation that the doctor set up with Clara about the key to the TARDIS and this and that, and he goes off on her. And she's like, but why are you helping me? And he's like, do you think I care so little for you that you betray me would make a difference? That's how you handle it. But ever since Jodie Whittaker, the show has just gone down because the doctor's not the doctor anymore. That moment with like the doctor and Clara, that whole, do you think I care so little for you that betray me would make a difference? And it was such a good moment. But we don't get moments like that anymore. This doctor apparently freaking cries all the damn time. And it's because these people who are writing it, you have these people writing it instead of people who actually are passionate about Doctor Who. The podcast dramas Dawson penned, the podcast dramas Dawson penned have been described as very gay and very trans. The gayest Doctor Who project yet, the gayest Star, the Acolyte, the gayest Star Wars. When you have something being called as the gayest this or the just, you know it's gonna be bad. I started watching Doctor Who with my grandma when I was 10 years old in the 1990s. From writing fan fiction to for an audience of one to scripting the best TV show of all time is truly a dream come. Yeah, well, maybe if you were capable of taking your activism out of that, but we know these people aren't capable of doing that. You just have to look at the last almost decade, and you'll see that it's impossible for them. As much as we like, oh, we'll give it a chance. Yeah, well, we gave Jodie Whittaker a chance. We gave this dude a chance, and they're just proving everyone right. They can't help themselves. Russell outright said that the activism and the agenda is more important. So we're that's why we're not hopeful. That's why most of us are like, we just don't care anymore. We just don't care anymore. Is it wrong? I hope this fails epically. No, it's not wrong. It's not wrong. People are tired of it. Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who, Lord of the Rings. Some of the most beloved IPs that have been around. Doctor Who's been around since 1963, 1964. 60 years. 60 years. And it's being ruined by activists who'd rather put ham-fisted agenda in your face than write a good, clever story that allows the reader or the viewer to read between the lines. Russell was great at doing that back in the day. He was great at doing that. Having a message, but not having it in your face. But he's not capable of doing that anymore because basically it's allowed. Because no one stops them from doing it. They're just, sure. Okay, green light. No one stops them. No one says, oh, hey, maybe you shouldn't do that. Well, but I think the activism is more. Yeah, okay, that's great. But if you continue writing this, we're going to continue losing money, and we're just saying that if you keep doing this, you're not gonna have a job anymore. No one stands up to them. No one says stop doing it because everyone's complicit with it. And then you have stories revolving around this dude ignoring his companions to go make out with a dude who apparently he cries all the fucking time. And that's not like the Doctor. Like even Jodie Whittaker was bad. Like again, that scene with Graham, that was terrible portrayal of the Doctor. It goes against everything the Doctor stands for. But even if they did separate, it wasn't due to something selfish. Every time she separated from her companions, it was because, oh, the companions are going to go do this, and she's going to go figure out what to do over there. She's never like, oh yeah, there's like this really hot guy over there, I'm just going to go make out with him. So, again, well, with Peter Capaldi, with the whole, do you think I care for you so little that you betray me would make a difference? That but Doctor, I'm not going to say is dead. I mean, I still have some hope that it's going to be picked up by someone and they will return Doctor Who to what it used to be. But it's just not good anymore. It's just not good anymore. And it hasn't been good since the end of Capaldi's run, which he tried as much as he could to make that work, with his amazing acting. But if he's not given it a good script, he can't really do much. But yeah, Doctor Who hiring activists. This is why nothing is good anymore, because they care more about the activism and the pushing agendas than they do about telling good stories. Again, if you're going to have a message, that's fine. But these people can't help themselves, and it's in your face. If you want to tell a story about racism, that's fine. You can do it in a subtle way. But these people are like, hey, guess what, guys? Guess what, guys? Did you know racism is bad? This person's doing a racism. You don't want to be this person. They hold your hand. They treat you like you're stupid. So, whatever. If they want to keep losing viewers, and then whatever. Maybe Doctor Who will be, go on a hiatus for another 10 fucking years, and then, it'll be picked up by someone who has enough freaking respect for it to make it the way that everyone kind of wants it to be. But that's wishful thinking. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.